how would be the standard version? Does it play?
Onko se pelaa?
We don't have any issues here.
Does he?
Does he play?
Onko hän pelaa?
So, well, let's say it plays first.
Onko se pelaa?
So this is not a question. It plays.
It plays only.
Yes.
Se pelaa.
Se pelaa. And does it play? Standard.
Standard one. Pelaatse.
Now you have the spoken. Pelaakse. How would be the...
Onko se pelaa?
So you had the correct one, but you just have the O more there. So does it play?
Does it play?
So not pelaakse, but pelaa...
Pelaako.
Pelaako and it.
Se.
Pelaako se, pelaakse. In the spoken language, you will never hear pelaase, pelaase, like you hear pelaatsa, pelaatsa. You will not hear because you don't have any kind of real ending here. So you will hear this KS version in the spoken language, pelaakse, pelaakse. And another phenomenon that happens a lot in the spoken language is that when you're around your friends, you might call them as objects. In other words, instead of saying he comes, you will say it comes. So that's funny, but if you're not familiar with the person, so usually in the spoken language, if you have two persons, and let's say they have a friend in common, both of them know that person very well, they might refer to that third person as it. But if the other person doesn't know the person, then they might use hän instead. So if you're called as se, as it, don't take it as some bad thing, but instead it's, very natural thing to say amongst friends.
In my language also we call each other as a she.
As a she, oh, alright.
If you are too close.
That's nice. Yeah, very good. So how would you say in standard do you guys play? First you guys play in the standard.
Te pelaatte.
Te pelaatte. And the standard do you guys play?
Pelaatteko.
Pelaatteko. And emphasizing the word you guys.
Te pelaatteko te.
Pelaatteko te. So here in the spoken language you will hear the KS even though we don't have sinä or se, even though te is not ste or something like that, but still you will hear the O being replaced by S. So how would be do you guys play in the spoken language?
Pelako te.
So think about the standard version. How do you guys play in the standard version?
Pelako te. Pelaatteko te.
Pelaatteko te. And now replace the O with S. And you have it.
Pelaks te. Pelako. Only the O or
so
the ko?
Make play. How is that? First, you guys.
Te pelaatte.
Te pelaatte. Only the question ending part changes.
The ko.
Yeah, ko becomes KS. So how is do you guys play?
Pelaatteks.
Pelaatteks te. Pelaatteks te. And in spoken language, including the word sä, te, and so is a thing that happens all the time. It's not really emphasizing, but like here we can see it fits very well if we construct this pelaatteks te. It's like these T's are in a big ocean. These pelaatteks these two T's before the KS, and then you kind of clarify it with the te in a sense, pelatteks te. So it's like we have this KS mess there that just is not so clear, and then you clarify it, but it's not necessarily clarifying, but people like to use it. And also this way the thing flows a lot better. Pelatteks te, pelatteks te, pelatteks te sitä, pelatteks sitä, pelatteks sitä. We can see how badly it flows without te, because we have vowel there, pelatteks te sitä. In English we have similar situation. We have an apple and a history. So the difference between an and a and n is really because having two vowels after each other in different words, in the article a or t, and then in the word actually itself, bit difficult to say, like a hour, it's just difficult, but an hour, you will hear clearly the article. And of course with an hour, although it starts with a consonant, it's pronounced as a vowel, so that's why we use the n. So in Finnish, similarly, a lot of people like to use the te, se, and so. And actually there's a funny story about this. So the word orange in English was originally norange, but then people mistaked it for an orange, instead of Norwich. So then it became an orange. And as we can see, that thing has stayed there for a while. How would be, what do you play in the standard language?
What do you play?
What do you play?
Mitä sinä pelaat?
Mitä sinä pelaat? And how would be sinä changed to sä? How would that be? What do you play?
Mitä sä pelaat?
Mitä sä pelaat? And another phenomenon which you can hear happening in the spoken language, the words mitä, missä, mistä, and so might get an extra s. So mitä becomes mitäs. And then you say mitässä. A very popular question is mitässä. That means like, what's up? How are you? Mitässä. So how would you say, what do you play, using this spoken version?
Mitä sä pelaat?
Mitä sä pelaat? Mitä sä pelaat? Mitä sä pelaat? So this is very informal, having the s there. Mitä sä pelaat? But that's another phenomenon which you can hear. How would it be, what does it play?
Se pelaat.
So think about first the he, she, it form. What does he play? Because that's something that we have practiced more.
Hän pelaa.
What does he play?
Mitä hän pelaat? Oh.
But pelat is not the correct one. You need...
Mitä hän pelaa?
Mitä hän pelaa? Mitä hän pelaa? And now replace hän by it. How is it?
Mitä se pelaa?
And now if you want to have the extra s in mitä, how would that be?
Mitä se pelaa?
Mitä se pelaa? So, this extra s there is very informal, something that you might hear with your friends, talking to each other, but generally referring to other person like he or she, using it is just very common. And similarly, if you want to refer to te, you will refer to them as te objects. And that's another phenomenon which is again very similar. And if we think about the forms which we have, like it uncertain state. What is it uncertain state?
It uncertain state.
Yes.
Siitä.
That is from it. Sitä. And he uncertain state.
Hän.
answer state.
Hän. He.
He, answer state.
Anna.
Hannah, but because hän ends to a consonant, you need to use the separator consonant. And then the ending. How is it?
Häntä.
Häntä. Which one is shorter to say?
Between häntä and hän.
Häntä and sitä. Which one is shorter?
Sitä.
Sitä. So as you can see, just like we have had this using the on instead of olen, it's faster to say sitä than häntä. Of course, se and hän in their most basic forms don't have such a difference. They're very short, both of them. But when you start to change them, then the difference starts to show up. But in Finnish, referring to, well, there's another thing which we have not talked about yet, about standard language, really. And this thing happens also in the spoken language. If you want to speak formally to a person, let's say a elder person, like let's say a person that is, let's say 70 years old or so, to kind of make the person high, in a sense, not high on drugs, but like higher on the hierarchy, like talking formally, you will use
Respect.
Yes, the respectful version, the formal version. You will speak to that person as the person was two or more persons, so using the plural form. How would you say, using the standard language, do you play, and using the formal?
Pelatteko.
And then if you want to add the word
you. Pelatteko te.
Pelatteko te. If you want to use the formal language, you will use the plural version. Pelatteko te. But in the Finnish culture, the formal you is really kind of going away. So it's not really used that much. So if you go to, let's say, a store, very usually people will just speak informally using sinä instead of te. But you can hear it around. But if you speak to some person like who is 70 years old, then you might want to ask, do you want that I call you formally or informally? But generally you will not use the formal version that much, not because you don't want to, but because people don't use it that much. As also a lot of elder people prefer to be referred as sinä instead of te.